So friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Medu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore, and friends, as you all know, Medu Study is your own channel in which we discuss various management topics and subjects in a very simple manner. Friends, we get a very good feedback from our subscribers, and basis that we keep on developing the content. Our subscribers are suggesting some new modules also to be developed and new subjects to be worked upon, like decision science, business law and economics. We will see how we can work about it and add those. Currently we are adding new content on the existing modules. Today's video is from our one of the very liked module, which is strategic management, and we have already covered 7-8 chapters and 22 videos are already there. In last 8-9 videos we have discussed about strategy formulation at various level, at divisional level, at functional level, at corporate level. Now we are expert in formulating strategy, but the key task comes now to implement it. See, you must have made an excellent plan, but if you cannot implement or execute it, what is the use? So now we will discuss about strategy implementation, organizing and structure. First video. This chapter we will cover in 3 videos, my dear friends. So let us begin. Since it is the first video on this particular chapter, let us understand what is strategy implementation. Very simple. Don't be confused and go into hi-fi. Simple. Keep in your mind means implement a strategy. And how you can implement a strategy? There will be some activities for execution of that plan. So strategy implementation is the sum total of all those activities and choices required for execution of the strategic plan. Now there are 3 important questions you keep into mind when we are looking for strategy implementation: who, what and how. When we say who are the people to carry out the strategic plan? To carry out for any strategic initiative, different people have different acumen. Some are there who cannot make strategy well but can implement things. So in the strategy formulation stage, maybe you should keep in mind people with analytical, logical skills. But now you need more people who are good in execution. So who are the people to carry out the strategic plan? What must be done to align company operations in the new intended direction? To move into the new direction, some internal alignments we need in terms of procedures, in terms of resources, in terms of capabilities. So all that comes into this what part. How is everyone going to work to do what it is needed? In what way it is going to be carried out? That is the third question, which is known as how. And all these 3 are the 3 important pillars for strategy implementation. 10 common strategy implementation problems. So here all the common problems that can arise are listed, and it is very important that you keep a checklist of this so that you do not fall into this trap. First is took more time than planned. See, any important strategy, whether it is for business or for personal life, always time is important. Remember your school days or college days, or you are preparing for an entrance exam. That entrance exam date is fixed, 20th November. You are taking CAT exam date is fixed. Now you need to do backward working. I have these many months, how I break that schedule and how I do that. If you are not able to do that and you are taking more time, then basically loss. Unanticipated major problem. Some major problem which you could not anticipate earlier arise. There can be maybe some last minute finance problem, some last minute technological problem. Ineffective coordination. So coordination is very effective. For any strategic project to pass, you should have coordination between people, between departments, between the entire organization. Competing activities in crisis created distractions. So see, whenever business is there, there would be some competing activities. So with this particular strategic plan, you cannot keep all other things aside. That also need to move in tandem, hand in hand. And sometimes it happens that you are totally focused on new product, but there is some important issue that arose. Maybe a people resource, your best person is saying he will leave. So now your entire mind focuses on that. Correct? Employees with insufficient capabilities. Employees need to be sufficiently capable and they should have that skill set, I would say, for that strategic implementation. If no, you need to take care of this earlier. Lower level employees were inadequately trained. This is again a very important problem. So for any new strategic project, you need to train people. They should know how to carry it out, and for that particular purpose, proper training is required. Uncontrollable external environment factors. Best example from last 2.5 years we are seeing COVID. So you must have planned very good thing and government announces a lockdown, there is an economic recession, what can you do? These factors are external and are uncontrollable, correct, but they can hamper this process very well. You must have planned a very big launch, and now if the lockdown is there, you have to maybe hold it or maybe even drop that particular idea. Poor departmental leadership and direction. So there are various departments that are there which need to work into coordination. If that thing is not there and one particular department is facing problem, your entire plan can flop because of that. Key implementation tasks and activities are poorly defined. So the implementation task, there should be a very clear definition. How it is going to be, who is going to be responsible, what is going to be the review mechanism, all that is very critical. Information system inadequately monitored activities. So proper monitoring is also very required. You should see that whenever strategy is implemented, there is timely review, and whatever data points are relevant for that, you are getting that. It should not be that you are unnecessarily wasting your time reviewing wrong things. Developing programs, budgets and procedures. So what is a program? A collection of tactics where a tactic is the individual action taken by organization as an element of effort to accomplish a plan. So to carry out that particular plan, what all tactics are there, all that sum total is basically the program. The purpose of a program or a tactic is to make a strategy action oriented. So strategy should be action oriented. These are the key tasks: 1, 2, 3, 4. I complete A, go to B, go to C, go to D. That action plan should be clearly defined and should be clear in everybody's mind. Time tactics. So time tactics basically say when to compete, when you should be competing. Deals with when a company implements a strategy. It is very important. For example, you are into fashion industry or footwear industry. So for every particular fashion or every particular thing, there is a particular timing. If you are late, then maybe better not launch it. You are planning a very good winter wear, and due to some internal things, sourcing problems, it get delayed by 2 months, and now it is already Jan. Better wait for a season. What benefit you will get by launching it in late Jan? Okay. First mover. So there can be two things: first mover and late mover. First mover, first company to manufacture and sell a new product or service. So first mover always had an advantage that it is an untapped market which you are going. So it is chances that consumer, since he will be testing your product for the first time, gets used to it and buys again and again. What advantage late mover has? Many a times it happens that there are some things which person cannot anticipate as a business. So there are problems, and there can be many cost repercussions because of that, many failures, many changes required. For a late mover, he can use the learnings what this first mover faced and use those to basically do the changes. Market location tactics, where to compete. So market location tactics basically deals with where a company implements a strategy. Very important, and there can be two parts to it: offensive and defensive. When we say offensive, takes place in an established competitor's market location. So where you know your competitor is strong and now you want to gain market share over there. So in that case, what you will do, you will go offensive. Second is defensive. In that case, in your own market, firm's own current market position is possible, and you know that a rival can attack, right? So you need to be strong. Take a common example to understand it: a match of football. When you are going for a strike, it is an offensive thing, but when you see that the person, opposite team is coming, entire team needs to be defensive. Defenders need to come into action. Budgets and procedures. Planning a budget is the last real check a corporation has on the feasibility of the selected strategy. Budget check, correct? It should not happen that you have gone into implementation stage and now the finance division says that there are some crunch budget issues. Then all thing will go for a toss. Procedure. Detail the various activities that must be carried out to complete a corporation's program. And this is basically known as standard operating procedures or the SOPs, correct? Now achieving synergy. How do we achieve synergy? Exist for a divisional corporation if the return on investment is greater than what the return would be if each division were an independent business. So for example, there are you are making 4 products, A, B, C, D, correct? So you are getting some return from A, some from B, some from C, some from D. Now that total comes up to 10. Now when you work as a unit, this compiled should give more than 10. Then it is known as basically the effect of synergy. Okay. 6 forms of synergy. Shared know-how. You get a shared know-how. He would know something good, you would know something good. Both the capabilities will be combined. Coordinated strategies. So strategies you can coordinate. Some good points of here, some good points of here, and overall you work together. Share tangible resources. So there are various tangible resources, maybe but there is some unutilization, because when you are working in silos, but when you are working 3-4 units together, then those resources can be shared. Economies of scale or scope. Many of time, due to this synergy, what happens, your volumes increases and you get that particular benefit, because if fixed costs are fixed, but by increasing volumes the variable thing gets distributed and overall scale is there. Pooled negotiating power. So because of this scale and scope economies that you are getting, even your negotiating power will be high, because the other person, maybe for example from who you are buying the raw material or the packaging material, if you can buy more in volume because of this particular thing, you can bargain more. New business creation, and this synergy sometimes even lead to a overall new business creation as well. So friends, this is all from today's video, in which we discuss what is strategy implementation, various errors which you need to avoid, various tactics in terms of time and place, and then we discuss about synergy. Next we will continue the same topic in next video. If there is any confusion in today's topic, you can write on our mail ID, which is meedu.study@gmail.com, or write in the comment section. If you are liking our content, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you friends, take care.